Everybody, welcome back. Here we're going to analyze a few properties just to see what's out there and what kind of deals we can make. A lot of times people look at real estate and they think that, no, maybe I can invest in real estate, and they might know how, they might not know how. They've heard somebody talk about it. They think maybe they know some of the basics, but they're not sure. The realistic part of real estate is that you can lose a lot of money if you're not careful with your calculations. So a lot of people end up making a poor decision and choosing which property they want to get, thinking that they will make money in the long term, but more often than not, they don't, just because they didn't do their calculations correctly. So I'm going to show you a basic way of calculating some of the returns on potential property, so that way you can quickly narrow down what it is that you're looking for and the properties that may actually make you some money. So currently we're located over near Louisville, Kentucky, so I'm going to show you some properties at least around that area. I will show a bunch of areas throughout the U.S. as I do travel around the U.S., but currently we're just here in this part of the U.S. looking at properties. So I will show you some of the things that I did find. I will also go over just other things that you can invest in and potentially make money. I have a wide variety of interests, so I'll start with just some real estate properties, and later maybe I'll show you some vehicles, cars, trucks, whatever. But if you're interested in anything like that, stick around, make sure you subscribe, and just give us a follow so that way you can see what potentially you can get. Again, these are currently live deals. Today is August 12th, 2019, so this is a current property that is listed. Again, I do not have any licenses in terms of accounting, or I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a real estate investor. I invest in multiple things. So take that as you will. Take everything with a grain of salt. Just do your own research. I am not to be held liable for any financial mistakes that you may make. So just kind of do your own research. So with that being said, let's zoom in and just kind of look at this. So around here is the University of Louisville, a pretty popular school known for its sports. Going over here, you can see just the prices of properties. I do have the filter on multifamily properties, so you can imagine the lower the price may not be as great of a property. So as you get over here towards this area, this is what they call the Highlands area. As you can see, it's a pretty decent side of town, pretty old. Some of the buildings are old, some of the houses are old, but nice area, kind of the desirable part of town to be in if you kind of want laid back, kind of relaxed feel. The vibe to me, I'm originally from California, so it kind of has somewhat of that vibe of the California area, a little bit. So let's look at this one property that I found right here for $155, just right here near the Highlands. So we're going to look at this. It's 2-bedroom, 1,636 square feet. So let's pull this up. All right, this is again live, so if you are interested in this property, just reach out to whoever you need. And it is, let's see, the lot is 3,238 square feet, built in 1900, so keep that in mind. There's some of the specifics. 2 bedrooms. Does not have a listing for the bathrooms. It's 2 units. It's duplex. So framing is wood, vinyl siding, roof is asphalt, city sewer, city water, electric connected, natural gas. So let's look at some of the pictures. Get closer. All right, so here's the front. Looks like you have 1 unit in the front and 1 in the back, kind of a shotgun style going into a 2-story. So here we are on the back side. You can see it's separately metered. So looking at here, the backyard, this house right here is kind of on the cusp of going into the Highlands, as well as it's kind of like right in the middle of three different neighborhoods. So you would be like Germantown, the Highlands, and then kind of going into Smoketown, Butchertown area. So it's kind of like right in the middle of all of that. So this is the back side of the house. You can kind of see I do a lot of inspections for different types of houses and commercial buildings. So you can kind of see, just looking at this backside, the roof line at the very top where the chimney is at, you can see kind of how it dips down. So that's something that you might want to take into consideration when you look at properties. Just kind of look at everything. So you can see the neighbor's fence over there. You can see the fence on the other side. It looks like maybe, let's go back to that. There's an empty field, train tracks in the back. So just kind of look at everything as you go around. So right here you can see it's carpeted. From the front door, that's the very front unit. So we're looking at the front unit here. Looks like somebody went in there and kind of refinished it, painted everything up, put a new carpet. Looking at the windows, kind of looks like older windows there. So, yep, those are older windows. So in terms of heating and, cost as having to do with that, you might want to take that into consideration. You look down on the lower left, there's a floor heater. So here's the bathroom, tiled, again, older window. Looks like the bathroom door has some staining on it. That's just, paint that's needed, so it's not a big issue. Looks like they kind of went with very basic cabinets and countertops. So it's kind of like a melamine countertop, and cabinets are kind of cheaper. Again, they look to be in good condition. This is just basing everything on the pictures. So people can take pictures however that they want to, just to kind of make things look good. Realtors are really good at that. The sink is okay. I rented a house a while back where it had a sink set up like this. Actually, it was I think it was exactly like this. It was like this, and the faucet. Personally, just based on my knowledge, you want to make something, if you're going to rent something out, make it somewhere that possibly you would be at least remotely interested in living in, at least for a short time, because you don't want to provide something that is just horrible for people. You don't want to be a slumlord. So, look at this faucet. I have experience renting a house where it has a faucet like that, because it's just, there's no room to actually do your dishes. It's just horrible. So I would actually change that just to provide a courtesy to whoever's renting. But again, you got to think of the neighborhood that you're in. You don't want to put too much value into something if it's not that type of neighborhood to where you're going to have as good of a return as if it was somewhere else. So the stove is on the lower end, probably still works. Looks like stove and refrigerator probably come with the property. Same with the washer and dryer. Looks like they did have some tile work at some time. I always think that's weird every time that there's laundry right next to the kitchen, but I've seen quite a few units that are like that. It's just something that people do for some reason. Honestly, you can just kind of build a wall around that and close it in. That would be a lot nicer, but they just leave it open. This is going down the hallway. Looks like there's a back door access and maybe a hall closet over here. Or is this the other unit? Nope, this is the other unit. That's weird how they did the pictures like that. Okay, so older stove in the other unit as well. Looks like they have stair access to go up top. So it's basically the front little shotgun part looks like the first unit, and then the back part actually has a 2-story section. So, okay, we got 2 closets possibly, or does that go to a bedroom? Because those are weird doors to use for the bedroom. Okay, showing. Okay, you want to always take a look at all the pictures in the background too. You see there's a board up against the wall and the door over there. They probably use that to jam the door handle so that way nobody pushes in to the property. Possibly they may have had some issues with break-ins. So just kind of, observe everything as a whole when you're looking at properties for potential purchases. It kind of tells you, what type of area it might be in. So possibly this area, I have seen in this area before multiple times. So probably I'd say on the lower end of B minus C neighborhood. I mean, just maybe even just a basic C if you want to put a grade on it and be a teacher. But let's see. Looks like they put new cheap carpeting. No, looks like it's probably there for a while because you can see the imprint of furniture there. They ran the cable through the trim. I hate when they do that. The ceilings are textured. They didn't even touch that up with paint. Again, just some issues with paint, but they have that little handrail going down. They painted the walls. Possible staining on the carpet. You can see different areas near the doorway and then over towards the left, lower left. Okay, this looks like possibly the bathroom. They have the laundry in the bathroom. Again, I hate when, I mean, this is just my personal preference. I hate when properties do this. They put the laundry either in the kitchen or in the bathroom. It doesn't make sense, but I understand they're trying to make money off of the units any way that they can. So at least I guess they're providing laundry service for the tenant. Older windows upstairs as well. It looks like there's a closet in the corner. Again, you want to look at, yep, that is the bathroom. You want to look at everything in the pictures if you can't actually visit the property yourself, or maybe hire a contractor or somebody to go and visit the property for you, somebody that you can possibly trust. Again, just do your research. You can see the wear on the carpet as well right there, possibly staining. Okay, let's see. So exposed pipes in the bathroom. Again, some staining around the toilet. This is just cosmetic issues, so you got to take everything into consideration. You know, you might want to add up what it is that's going to cost you to fix things that you may not like. So you got the flooring that you may want to replace, especially if there's a lot of staining, or if it's tile and there's cracks, or if it's linoleum and there's tears. Again, you can replace the toilets just so that way you have a peace of mind of something not breaking down later on. Toilets aren't that expensive, but again, you want to have all your costs factored into it. So I will, let's see, go back to the information. So there's 2 units. Looks like it's only 2 bedrooms, so I'm going to say it's probably a 1 bedroom, 1 bath for each of the units. Around here, roughly the price for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath, it can range anywhere between $600 to roughly $850 a month for rent for a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It just depends on the area and the condition of the home. So for this location where it's at, we can see, looking at the map, see if we can pull that up. No, it's not coming up. Oh, there it is. Okay. So you can see, again, I do this just to see what's around there. So we have Coal and Coke right next door to the property, right there. So that's what that empty field was. You have to take that into consideration too. What type of tenant is going to want to live next to this? So I'm going to say for this neighborhood, probably $650 for rent, and that's kind of probably pushing it on the higher end. So say you have 2 units, let's go on the low end, let's say $600 for 2 units each, so that's $1,200 a month. Now I've figured out, just on looking at these over so many years, different properties, see, this is going to estimate you at $1,104 a month for a payment. So if we're saying $600 per unit, that's $1,200 a month, possibly even making cash flow. But you never want to pay attention to what exactly that is estimating you for a monthly payment, because it's rarely ever accurate, because it depends on so much, from like your down payment to your other financials, your credit score and whatnot. So what I did is I made a spreadsheet to where I can calculate all the different factors that go in. So let's say the property is $155, and we're estimating we're getting $1,200 per month off of this. So the asking price is $155, and this is a spreadsheet that I made up. So 155,000. The rent total per month is 1,200. Okay, so we would be in the hole. Let's change the units to 2 just so that way everybody can see. Okay, so we would be in the hole at that asking price, $77.66. So the taxes we would pay is $108.50. Insurance roughly would be $129.17. Property management 10%, so that'd be $120. Vacancy 10%. Mortgages, repairs is $60. Mortgage is estimating it roughly at $739.99, and that's at a 30-year fixed rate of 4%. So remember that this will be an investment loan. So again, I am not a loan provider or broker or anything like that, so you want to ask your agent if they have any recommendations. They usually do, or you want to talk to your bank or whoever that you can get lending through, what their current rates are and what they can do for somebody with your credit score. So you just want to figure all that out. So roughly the down payment for 20% would be $31,000. So you're losing money at this price. So let's see what if we offered 150, still losing 46. Oh, and that's, yeah. Let's see if we did 145. Yep, still losing money. 140. At 140,000, you'd be making $16.95 per month. $8 per unit. So you can see how much that you're actually going to be making. So what I've come to figure out is for every $100,000 you have to make in rent $1,100 per month. That's what I've calculated out and figured out by doing all these analyzations over the years. So for every $100,000 you have to make $1,100 in rent per month, and I'll show you on here. So 100,000, 1,100, and that's going to get you $194.25 net, your NOI, your net operating income after all expenses. So that would, I have actually calculated in the mortgage, property management, vacancy, repairs, taxes, everything. So after everything, this is with paying the mortgage. So for example, if you bought it cash, then you would take out the mortgage and then you would add that to your net income. So you would actually be making like close to $700 something if you're not paying a mortgage payment. So this is based on paying a mortgage payment and getting an 8% cap rate. So just kind of take that into consideration, when you're analyzing properties. So keep that in mind. But anyways, if you were basically paying whatever they're asking for, you'd have to offer $140,000 in order to make any money. Was it 140 or was it 130? Yeah, it was 140. 140, and you would make roughly $17 a month. So obviously you're not making much at all. So what you want to do is just kind of calculate what you're going to get so that way you can get the best return. At 130, you're only making 80. So for this property, I won't even offer what they're asking really, and you shouldn't really ever offer what they're asking. If you offered $120,000, or if you're able to get it for $120,000, you make $143 a month. So everybody's different. Some people are happy getting $100 a door. Some people are happy getting $200. I mean, you obviously want the best return for your money. So, yeah. So that's one way to analyze properties. Just kind of look at all the photos, see what's there, see what's going on, see what's around the neighborhood, and just put it all together. and eventually you'll be able to find the properties that you need. So again, this deal is live. You can get it if that's something you're interested in. 940 Swan Street in Louisville, Kentucky. So yeah, that's one way to analyze properties. If you like this video, give us a like. Be sure to subscribe, share the video if you'd like with your friends, or if you are an investor and you want to find the deals. I look at real estate every single day, so I'm going to put up these videos hopefully every single day, if not every other day, showing you how to analyze different properties, or actually just showing you what properties are out there. This video ran a little bit longer than expected, but I just wanted to show you one way to look at the properties. The other ones we might go through a little quicker. So hopefully you liked it. And if you did, like I said, please give us a like and a subscribe. Kind of helps with the metrics of the videos and YouTube. So that way we can get everything moving up and more people get to see these. So I am doing this for free. Eventually maybe I'll monetize it if I get enough people to subscribe, but right now everything's for free, and I'm just giving you all this information and showing you deals that you can find and how to find them, and basically giving you the deals for free. So all right, hopefully everybody has a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Signing out, taking profits.